Chapter 4. I really hate Mr. Tiddlywinks, said Ed, Ed, and Eddie. There is a beaver on the roof eating salmon. Start a party with your best litter box and poop the night away. Meanwhile, at the airport where Mr. Tiddlywinks was going to pick up his constipated aunt, a band of French tourists came up. Poop monkeys, they screamed in frustration as they tore up the purple, green, blue, and orange polka-dotted brochure. They walked up to the surprised Mr. Tiddlywinks, who told them, "Are you okay?" They replied back, "Let's kill Mr. Tiddlywinks with a wrench," said Miss Scarlet. "In the ballrooms," shrieked Professor Plum. "Ed, I'll give you a chicken if you help us kill Mr. Tiddlywinks." Mr. Tiddlywinks was surprised as he saw his usual constipated aunt streaming with freshness. But no! Who was the porcupine woman? It was Miss Piggy! "Miss Piggy, you've abducted my aunt! Miss Piggy, you've abducted my aunt!" Miss Piggy smiled evilly, screaming, "I am going to kill you too!" according to Master Ed. Moo. Chapter 5. "Ah!" cried out Mr. Tiddlywinks in dismay. I mean, he was a goose after all. He screamed, help me, security! A pig is trying to kill me!" Suddenly, a blue uniformed toad ran and helped and said, "So it is agreed," said Miss Piggy. "I'll distract him and you'll kill him. Right, Miss Scarlet?" "Correct. Ed, you know what to do." Poor Mr. Tiddlywinks tried to hit the toads that were trying to hit him with his suitcases. "Help! I'm going to die!" Miss Piggy walked up, snorting her porcupine nose, chuckling. She laughed evilly. "Ha, ha, ha, ha." Her constipated voice laughed and laughed as she chortled. Miss Scarlet was waiting. He would be here soon. Miss Piggy was waiting by the door, and Ed was stuffing chickens up his butt. "Ed, be serious," Miss Scarlet complained. "We have a murder to commit." Chapter 6. Mr. Tiddlywinks walked into the room and picked his nose and scratched his butt. "Ew," whispered Miss Scarlet from where she was hiding. While Miss Piggy was talking to him, she quietly crept up and, "Moo! Yum! Glory!" shrieked Mr. Tiddlywinks. An armored rubber ducky walked up and said, "Ha ha 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 ha! I've got you now, Mr. Tiddlywinks. Say your last words. Ha 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 ha! Moo!" And to Mr. Tiddlywinks' surprise, the duck lifted up her mask and it was Miss Piggy. She screamed and yelled. Miss Scarlet lunged at Mr. Tiddlywinks. "Ah!" he screamed. Miss Scarlet tried to stab him, but tripped over an invisible purple beaver. "I'm going to kill you, you little poo!" "But why, Miss Piggy?" cried the terrified goose. "Because you ate my pumpkin seeds!" screamed Miss Piggy. Chapter 7. "What?" Mr. Tiddlywinks cried. "Yes! Yes! Are you stupid?" "Yes." Miss Scarlet screamed at the other side of the room. Miss Scarlet lunged to strangle and instead pulled down his pants. To her horror, she saw that he had tattooed free hugs on his butt, patoot, hiney, etc. In that instant, Ed ran into a wall. "Moo! It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a beaver! Ye gads!" Chapter 8. Miss Scarlet had him in her hands and was about to strangle him when Super Gary crawled into the room. "Meow, meow, 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 meow," he told them. "Wow," Miss Scarlet sighed. "I may be moved to quit murder forever." "Put up your dukes!" screamed the Swedish beaver. He turned to the frightened band of murderers, consisting of ringleader Miss Piggy, Miss Scarlet, Professor Plum, and Ed, who was inspecting a little insect who was crawling up the wall. "The little dickens," muttered Ed. Trying to ignore Ed, the Swedish beaver questioned, "So what in tarnation is going on here?" "Well, he stole my pumpkin seed." Mr. Tiddlywinks spoke up. "Meow, meow, 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 meow," Gary informed them. Everyone had tears in their eyes. "That's so moving. I might quit my bad ways forever," said Miss Scarlet. "You will?" said Ed stupidly. "No, being bad is too much fun." And with that, she killed Mr. Tiddlywinks with a shoe. Chapter 9. "He was a good goose," whispered Miss Peacock, wiping away a tear with her holographic hanky. "The little dickens," muttered Ed sadly as he watched a ladybug walk across Mr. Tiddlywinks' coffin. "That was some powerful shoe," Miss Scarlet said proudly. When everyone turned to look at the murderer, she exclaimed, "Well, I got them at Payless," shrugging off the innocent civilian stares. Moo. The doughboy cleared his throat. Mr. Tiddlywinks was a great man who never knew when he was needed. "This is a goose, not a gingerbread man, you idiot," screamed his parents, who are cousins. "So sorry," said Doughboy. "Would anyone like to say something?" "I would," said Ed. "I got a wedgie." Very nice, Ed. Would anyone else like to say something?" "Well, we brought some fruit salad," said the Wiggles, "and we could do a sing-along. Yay!" The end.